Oakland Raider fans, the Oakland fans in general, you guys are a lucky, lucky group of people. You're lucky that you have a head coach and that puts the Oakland Raiders above absolutely everything. Like John Gruden came out of retirement, and it wasn't just for any job, it was for a job in which he was traded from the Oakland Raiders. And it is rare to see a human being with the type of passion, not only for football, but for an actual NFL team. You know, a lot of times you'll see Kirby Smart at Georgia with passion for Georgia football. You'll see Dabo at Clemson with passion for his program. PJ Fleck at Minnesota. But it's hard to see a professional, usually with professionals and owners of professional teams, the coaches come in, and a lot of times there's a lot of interchangeability. You can have Bill Parcells going from Giants to Cowboys. You can have Eric Mangini going from Browns to Jets. There's so much turnover in the NFL. Everybody's playing for a different team. They're just trying to make a lot of money. But John Gruden truly is not in it for the money. He's in it because he loves the Oakland Raider brand, and he's been pissed off with how low it has become. And he loves Mark Davis, and he loves the team. Now, it is very unfortunate that the Raiders are probably going to be leaving the city in a couple of years. I wish they would just upgrade their stadium and just stay in California. The point is, though, is that with the Oakland Raiders, Derek Carr is a guy that is so committed to the process. You know, Derek Carr's game, he's a guy that can impress you. The throw to Jordy Nelson was so impressive. It was right up there with the Seth Roberts throw. The way Marshawn Lynch is running the football, Derek Carr is a talented quarterback. I believe he does have talent. Now, he doesn't throw the greatest deep ball. His screens, he can be way too tentative at times. His pocket mobility isn't incredible. But the guy is just a gamer. And today was the ultimate put up or shut up game. Today was just an amazing wave of emotions. I mean, Baker Mayfield, Browns, likable team. So many big plays again in the game. Maybe it's conditioning or not. They couldn't get Nick Chubb on the ground to save their life. He would break tons of tackles in the secondary. Antonio Callaway had what is like a 60-yard play to get the Browns down to the 1-yard line. I think it wasn't Njoku, but it was another tight end for the Cleveland Browns, a veteran. It's just that at every big catch, it's hard for these Oakland Raiders to get guys onto the ground. They're tackling an open space from the secondary needs to improve. Now, the pass rush happened to be great. There were tons of explosive plays from Maurice Hurst today, from Arden Key, and Melvin played a really good game. So defensively, the Oakland Raiders were getting a lot of turnovers. Now, this is where it got really interesting for me. You know, Oakland in this spot. John Gruden, 31-28. Martavis Bryant with an amazing kick return. That Raiders Browns game, it wasn't just offense. That's what made it one of my favorite games of the year, because you had a combination of everything. You had the pick six by Garyon Conley to start the football game. You then had Chubb going off for big runs. You had Jarvis Landry catching touchdowns, Baker throwing balls all over the field, interceptions, everything going on. But the Raiders were up 31-28. And Martavis Bryant had the big kick return. It's the third quarter. The third quarter couldn't be going any better. You get up off the mat. You have the Maurice Hurst fumble. You then are able to hit Amari Cooper or Jared Cook in the end zone on a huge third and goal. Very timely to get that score. And then you happen to march down the field again, and I believe Carr's then able to hit Jordy Nelson for a touchdown, and then you are absolutely rolling. So it's 31-28. Martavis Bryant has it. It's fourth quarter or it's end of third quarter, and you have just scored 17 unanswered on these guys, and you get the ball now at the 30-yard line of the Browns. You're right on the doorstep of the red zone and the end zone. and you happen to, on your first play, you run a run into the line, which again, when you have the momentum, when you're doing a lot of positive things on the field, when the crowd is into the game, I believe that you need to take a shot to the end zone. I believe you take a deep shot and just go for kill shots, go for the KO, the guy's up against the mat. So then they decide then to do a delayed draw on second down. And I'm like, take the kill shot. And then I'm like, at least Carr's going to get a chance on third down because Carr was red hot at that time. He hit Jordy Nelson. He's flexing. He's going crazy on the sidelines. He's going wild. And then they call a screen pass on 3rd and 7. And I'm just thinking, that was just one of the worst possessions that the Raiders could have had. Then the Raiders end up settling for a field goal, and then Nick Chubb hits a huge run, 35-34, and then they get, Antonio Callaway on a deep ball, and then it's 42-35 or 32-34. Then the Browns almost have the ball. My feed goes out completely, and I'm thinking the Raiders are 0-4 because they had the game during that stretch. It was just like the Miami game, just like that interception. It was just like the Denver game where Oakland had all these chances to seal away a win. And then I'm thinking the Raiders are down by 8. They're never going to win. They're not going to win this week. They're going to 0-4 and the season is over and all the progress is over. But the Raiders get one spot. They take advantage of it. Carr drives them down the field. Touchdown. Jordy Nelson, 2-point conversion on the jump ball. Holy shit. Raiders get the ball in overtime. They stall out near midfield, miss a field goal, and then you're thinking, oh my gosh, it's happening again. Raiders get an interception, come back, win the game in overtime. When you're down 8 late in the game, no timeouts, that's a drive that changes your season. It's a drive that changes seasons, period. It changes fortune. And this Raiders team now goes to the Chargers. And the Chargers just came off of a win where they didn't play all that well, okay? They beat the 49ers, but they look like they have holes. And that game is going to be a competitive dogfight. The Raiders are coming in, and that game is going to be absolutely really exciting. Now, the Chargers might play really well, but expect Oakland to build. They won that game. It was an emotional win. I expect Oakland to come in there feeling loose and expect Oakland to not press as much because for them, this is getting the monkey off of their back. This is getting the monkey off of John Gruden's back. It was a sensational game. What a gutsy performance from Carr. The fan base is all in. John Gruden gets a win. I couldn't be happier for the Oakland Raiders. I find myself rooting for these guys every single week. Congratulations, Oakland Raider fans. What a day to be a Raider.